What most people don't know about Habitat for Humanity is that it creates a bridge for people to be able to go from not owning a home to being able to own a home. So my name is Melody McCullum, and I am excited to kind of tell you my story and how Habitat impacted my life. So my life before Habitat was what I would call extremely hard. We bounced around. We were actually put in foster care for a little while, just due to my mother not being able to support us and find a home for us. That's when my mom put Ryan, John, and I into the youth home until she could kind of figure out her life and put it back together to some extent and have a place for us to live. And right after my little brother was born, Lynn, she actually took us and moved us to the women's shelter because she feared for our safety and for hers. We were all in one room, so all 5 of us, my mom, my brother John, Ryan, my little brother Len, and I were all in one room. Ultimately, we spent a little over a year at the women's shelter, and we were actually at the time where they were going to boot us out because per state funding and different things, we could only stay for however long. And I remember my mom literally praying constantly, and we were very involved with our church. And it was actually someone at our church that she was praying with that actually had found out about Habitat and had recommended it to her. So my mom submitted the application, and one of the board members strongly advocated for us to be able to build and purchase the home. And when we found out, it was like a godsend. I mean, it's the way that my mom talks about it. It was the most amazing thing that could ever happen. My job was to do the cleaning. So like I'm the one who helped pick up the trash and move things around and, sweep and clean up the sawdust and stuff like that. That was my job. I mean, when they poured the pavement, for the driveway or the concrete for the driveway, our hands are in there because they let us do that too. It was really neat. When we moved from the apartment to our new home, it was like a castle. I mean, it was huge. It was the biggest house, we I'd ever lived in. As children, we went from scared and nervous and uncertain to you could actually see us change. As children, you could actually see us become more confident, more secure, not only with our home, but with ourselves. What's funny is, actually for me too, even though I went to 1 elementary school versus John went to 7, my grades got better as I got more comfortable and that I felt as though I was safe. Because that was the big thing too, is when we moved into our Habitat home, we were in a safe neighborhood. We were in a place where we had a front yard and a backyard, right? And we had a fence, to go play in the backyard where mom didn't have to worry about us. What means the most to me in my life now and what means the most to me, when I was growing up was a home and a family. And it was the togetherness, and it was being able to be independent. Habitat allowed us to have animals. And a big thing in my world, in my life, and what matters to me are my little furry people. We were able to, with the fence in the backyard, and we were able to with being owners, right? We could actually have animals in our home. Looking back today on the impact of having a home and 4 walls and a roof and basically having a place to call home, we were able to join sports teams. We were able to have the same friends in the same schools that we went through all the way through high school. All 4 of us have graduated from high school. We graduated from college, and we all graduated with very different degrees, right? We have IT and MBA and engineering and all kinds of stuff. What's funny what's interesting is that now all 4 of us work in the construction industry in different ways. And we can actually, all of us, draw kind of a straight line back to Habitat because it mattered to us so much as children that we continued to volunteer with Habitat. We actually helped build other Habitat houses. We helped My brother Ryan did an internship with Habitat. It made a big difference in our world. It's hard to find affordable housing. I mean, this is a very kind of expensive place to live. The way that Habitat works now with the Restore, I think is amazing. I can donate to Habitat as a business, extra materials that I have left over that can be used towards future homes. And I think that that's amazing, so I'm able to give back to Habitat that way since it meant so much to me. I know I can give back personally too. I just purchased a home and we are replacing a lot of the light fixtures and different things that I can also donate to the Restore as an individual. And that's the neat way that Habitat's generating money through the Restore to help fund the projects. Everyone can give back and everyone can help support this amazing organization. It's just everybody can do it in different ways. I am extremely grateful for everything that Habitat did for us and the impact that it made in my life. And I can't even begin to say thank you enough because it changed me, it changed my family, it changed us. I am thankful for Habitat for Humanity in so many ways, and I appreciate everyone who's taken time to watch this and hear my story. And now I hope that motivates you to give back to Habitat for Humanity in some way.